Now see, the sources of recruitment are two, internal or external. What do I mean by internal? Wherein there is a employee who is already working for me in the organization and he is being given the job. So either he is promoted or maybe he is transferred to this new responsibility. So whenever I'm hiring within the organization, then it would be a internal source of recruitment. Let's understand this in detail. See, when it comes to internal source of recruitment, then the two important sources of recruitment under this is transfer or promotion. So as I just explained you, either I will promote someone to a higher level or I will transfer someone from one place to another. When I am talking about place, it is not physical, that means from one department to another, or maybe from one division to another division, right, or from one function to another depending on my requirement and the qualification of that candidate. Now let's understand what is transfer in detail. See, this is nothing but it involves shifting an employee from one job to another, as I just told you, one department to another or one shift to another without a substantive change in responsibilities and the status of the employee. So for example, if we have different levels of management in the organization, that is manager grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, okay. Now this particular manager, that is manager A, he is at the grade 1, okay. Now he is under cosmetics department. Now this person is being transferred to the garments division, right, but then he is being transferred at grade 1 level itself. So what happened here? There was a transfer, but then the status of the employee and the responsibilities did not change. The only thing changed was the department got changed out here. So this is what transfer means. Now it may lead to changes in duties and responsibilities depending on the situation and also on the working conditions. Now as I told you, from cosmetics he has been transferred to garments. So chances are certain kind of duties and responsibilities are either enhanced or reduced depending on the workload, and also the working conditions will change because he was in a particular department, right. There would be a particular atmosphere out there. That all changes when he gets transferred to the cosmetic division. So the work conditions also change. Now suppose if he is transferred, let's say from one city to another, okay. So same grade 1 manager Mr. A is being transferred, let's say from Mumbai to Surat. So what will happen in that scenario? The city is changing, so working conditions will change accordingly. Now remember, this is a very good source of filling the vacancies, especially when the HR is aware that certain departments are overstaffed. So suppose if, let's take this example, that in this particular cosmetic department there were two managers at grade 1. Now they were recruited at some time because the department was doing well and there was a need for two managers at grade 1. Now there is no more such need. That is the reason Mr. A, who is a grade 1 manager, he is being transferred to the garments division. So here remember that when there is overstaffing in department, then it helps to remove that and save the cost of labor, okay. Now here it is nothing but horizontal movement of employee from one place to another it is going. But then if I see the organization structure, if he is coming somewhere here, only thing is he will be moving till here. He will not go up or neither he will go down. He will move in a horizontal way, okay. Now remember, it helps in avoiding termination. See, sometimes what happens, because the projects are being lost by the company, let's say in information technology, that is IT companies, this very scenario which is going on right now, because the projects are no longer there, so there has been a problem of overstaffing. So if a new project comes in, then the staff which is on the bench, that is the staff which do not have work, can be recruited out there. So in that scenario what will happen, the HR will not be requiring to terminate the employment of that person who was on the bench, and it will also help in removing the problems and grievances. For example, if I am in the IT company, now when my project gets completed, if I am not assigned another project, then I do not have any work and I am forced to sit on the bench. This is the terminology we generally use in IT industry. Now, if I am sitting on the bench, can I think about promotions? Can I think about hike in my salary? No. So I would have problems and grievances against the organization. So those can also be removed when horizontal movement is done, that is transfers are being done. Okay. Now remember, this is used for training of employees for learning different jobs. Let's say Mr. A was transferred from the cosmetics department to garments department because the management believes that every manager should have knowledge about, working knowledge about the different products, which are being sold by this particular organization. Let's say the company's name is company RJ. So company RJ has a policy that every manager should know how the different products are being prepared by them and how they are sold in the market, what is the working knowledge. So in that scenario, internal transfers help. Now let's move further. See, the next is promotion. Now we understood about transfer. Let's understand promotion. What is promotion? Filling the higher jobs by promoting employees from lower job. So I gave you an example earlier when I was being identified by the HR. Okay, so first I started reporting to the top management by preparing some reports which were being required. Okay, then I was being given training. Then there was a new product which was being launched and there was a finance manager required. So I was being promoted and transferred to that division. So that's an example of promotion, recruitment being done by promotion. Okay, so here the shifting of employees done to higher position. The promotion is nothing but vertical shift of employees. It could be like they move to some other department and do the vertical shift, or it could be the same department wherein they shift in a vertical manner. Okay. Now remember, such kind of promotion helps in motivating the employees. You can ensure more loyalty from them and the satisfaction level of employees increases. Now what are the merits? Let's quickly do that. For internal sources, as I already explained you, is too much of employee motivation because they see a job change, they are motivated, right? And if they are promoted, then their career aspirations are fulfilled. So there is a lot of employee motivation. Then it is a simple process. See, when we'll do external recruitment through external sources, we'll realize why it is a simple process, because the amount of work which is required by HR is quite less, okay, and it is easier to transfer or promote an employee than to hire from outside. Hence it is considered to be a simple process. It facilitates training. So if I have to give training about different products of the company, I can transfer people from one product division to another division, right? It helps in filling deficiencies. So wherever the workforce is deficient, you can fill that deficiency, or if you feel that this particular person has the requisite information, training, skills which are required, so then he can come over and do the job. So the deficiencies get filled. Now it is an inexpensive method because you don't have to go and advertise in the outside world. You know, you already have the database with you. You can use that database, identify the employee and make him go to another place, that it get him transferred or get him promoted. Now let's see what are the demerits. See, there is no fresh talent. So what is happening out here? No fresh blood is coming from outside. That is, it's all in the organization. Now sometimes what happens, as the organization goes old, the people develop a certain kind of attitude. Okay, so that attitude keeps on going on and on and on. So if fresh blood is infused, the chances are the attitude might change, or the more motivated employee comes in, he starts performing. So employees who are already employed, they may feel that threat and start working in a better manner, giving more performance results. This is all absent in internal source of recruitment. See, lethargic employees. Now in case if this is a policy of the HR to always recruit from internal sources, employees will always know, even if they perform or they do not perform, they will get a promotion one day. So in that scenario, what happens? You get lazy employees who are not ready to prove themselves. Okay, there is no competitive spirit because there is no one from outside who is coming and challenging their skills or challenging their work. So they become lethargic, and then they don't try to develop those competitive skills wherein they want to outdo some other employee. They always feel, okay, this is what is required, and they will keep on doing the same thing, but then they will not take the initiatives to make the organization a more better, or maybe achieve the goals at lesser cost. So all this competitive spirit goes away. Okay, it reduces the productivity of the employees. Why? Because of all these factors, that is, they become lethargic, there is not much motivation, there is not much threat from external employees, so as such their productivity is quite low.